What is awesome? This is Aspect One here. Welcome back to another episode of Room Number 9. It's good to see you all again on this. I know it's been a week since the last Room Number 9 episode, and I apologize about that. I explained why I think I just have been kind of off for a bit on making videos and just live streaming in general. So if you want to know why, check out the last video, which was on Divine Speaker. Extended demo, which is also amazing. Highly recommend checking that out. So if you haven't checked that out, please check that out and check out the game because it's amazing. Also stay along with this one too because I love this game so far. It's really intriguing. I love seeing y'all choice, like seriously, y'all's choices in this is interesting, like where your thinking is. But again, hindsight 2020, it seems like we made the right decision. It's just the thing is, what's going to develop from it? I guess that's the main thing. What we're going to find out, because right now, as we found out, it kind of just stayed the same. The task was pretty much the same thing, if not, if I remember. I think it was the same thing. It's been a week, so I'm sorry if I forgot. But I'm curious. I'm curious to know how much, if this is going to develop any more, or if it's going to just like, again, well, obviously someone's going to develop more, but I'm just curious to see if the actual task at hand will develop into something more serious later on. Which it feels like the second task will end up doing that, as we saw through previous footage of other participants, if you will. Other than that, guys, again, I know last episode was short, and again, if you want to check out my Patreon, then you can find the rest of the episode. So again, Patreon is in the link in the description down below, and the reason why that is simply because there's a lot of stretching, and YouTube does not like stretches. So again, just a quick reminder. Anyways, without further ado, let's go to continue on some more Route Number 9, which in case, if there is more stretching, then you guys will see a big skip and you guys on YouTube will know. Anyways, just as I was thinking about it, the time we got on with it, without any signal, Seiji got up and headed to bed. I followed. It was all done just as casually as you might excuse yourself to go to the bathroom. I didn't feel so reluctant about what we had to do this time. It wasn't one person doing something horrible to the other, or one person just having something awful visited upon them. We didn't have any weird tools, and tasks itself was like, I don't know how to put it. Like, doing it by yourself was totally normal. I felt sure even someone like Seiji, you know, stretcher-baited. That's a word that I just made up. You're welcome. So compared to how I was feeling so far, this is so much easier. Sure, I had never even thought about doing this before we were locked up in this place, but doing it together was way better than the alternative. I was vaguely aware of the fact that we were changing, but if we could get this over with, even slightly less suffering, then wasn't that a good thing? That's how I felt about it. Uh-oh. Okay, no, we're good. Cesar, we're good. We're good. So far, we're good, YouTube. For now. But despite all the positives about this option, it was still pretty awkward to have to do it facing each other. We were both a little at a loss. I mean, just think of it like this. You're just doing yoga. I mean, that's exactly what they're planning to do. They're going to do yoga in front of each other. They're going to marry each other. Maybe, okay, that's probably a bit awkward. Even for just stretching purposes, that's probably awkward. At least for me. Is anyone else like that? Like, I hate... Like, I don't understand the group workout stuff. It's not my thing. I understand its purpose because the whole thing, I mean, it's obvious. With the whole thing with gyms is all about socializing. Like, I feel like people more go to gyms more to socialize rather than actually work out. I'm one of those people who likes working out by himself, honestly. I've always been like that. To be fair, I don't go to the gym anymore, but when I used to, I always went by myself. I just didn't like having company. That's always been me though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not antisocial. I'm just a lot of social anxiety. I'm just like, yeah, I'd rather avoid people. But anyways, does anyone else feel like that? Let me know in the comments down below. If you guys even work out, I don't know. Again, I just feel like most people go to gyms to socialize. But anyways, we were floundering around the bed together. I was almost on the verge of laughter. When this music comes on, of course you... I mean, I always do, but Seiji's cheeks are twitching a bit too. As theoretically easy as the task was, we weren't really sure how to approach it. Like, what position should we be in and stuff? Maybe we should have figured this out at lunch? I didn't even think about it. Seiji seemed to be having the same situation, since he didn't make any suggestions like he usually would. again, it's really awkward, but we couldn't avoid looking at each other when we were face to face. The words escape from reality and self-defense came to mind.
横に座って俺が左手でやるか。
向かい合ってお互い右手でやる手もあるよな。
Wait, is Seiji lefty?
交互にって手もある。
Shit, I was totally unprepared for this because I assumed it would be easy, but trying to be direct about it just made me want to die. Seiji looked pretty unsettled too. The other important thing was, well, you know, the good stuff. Good stuff is critical to your stretch sessions if you're a dude.
っていうか AV チャンネルとか入れる？
I mean, I won't confirm nor deny that, but we still technically have 2 points to spare. I thought it was a simple and generally good suggestion, but I didn't miss Seiji looking away for a moment.
Yeah.
Something that was answered really caught me off guard. It's not like I couldn't understand why, but I mean, I guess we could go without it too, but I mean, like, the thing that we were having us to do this time, it seemed like a relief at first, but it ended up being really depressing. It was even harder because it wasn't particularly difficult or painful as these tasks go. Anyway, I figured we should probably hold on to our points in case something happened, so we had to try to do our best without any help. We could have let the TV on to distract us some, but depending on when it came on, it could have been a total bone killer.
そうだな。人に横並びでいいか。
I mean, he's not wrong though. I mean, I won't say this happened to me or not. I won't say, but like, I could just imagine, just like all of a sudden poker comes on or something. You're like, oh my God, this is awkward. Or even that, or just like a movie that comes on that's like really like, oh God. It's like, why did this movie come on all of a sudden? Like, can you imagine? Yeah, totally didn't happen. But anyway, it's like, anyways.
そうな。それくらいで俺が左側に座る。
The whole Captain America thing on your left has a different meaning now. Ooh, no. Daichi on your left. But it seemed like we're in agreement about doing it at the same time. Doing it consecutively would have been the worst. It would just be so awkward for one of us to try to get a, you know, pop a tent after stretching each other off, or one of each other off. But, or if one of us got a tent popped up after doing it and stuff. Not that I was going to mention it. I took off my underwear, trying not to think about it too much. When I sat down next to Seiji on the bed, it felt his weight. It just made things even more awkward. Alright guys, on YouTube, as you guys know, stretching is about to happen probably. Well, maybe not exactly stretching, but they're going to have a manicure. That's what it's called, right? A manicure? Yeah. they're gonna give themselves manicures, so again, for obvious purposes, because of YouTube. Yeah, there's gonna be a cut in between, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up now that there's about to be a cut any second now. It could be right now, or it could be after this, whatever I'm talking about. So if you want to check that out, again, Patreon link in the description box down below. $1 a month gives you full access to everything. That's all it is. Anyways,
シャワー浴びてくる。
well, hello YouTube. Yeah, they both give themselves manicures. Mission successful, or should I say task successful. I know you guys aren't gonna like hearing this, but that was actually pretty important. I'm not gonna lie, that scene was important. Everyone on Patreon already heard it, but I'm gonna have to repeat it to you guys too, kind of to give you an idea of what the situation happened. So, you know, they're both getting each other manicures. At first it was awkward. They're both sitting on the bed. It was just awkward. Then eventually they stood up, right? Because again, they have to be, in order to like get it going, get the ball going, they have to be more intimate, whether they want to or not. And when they did, you know, it was kind of smooth. But then there was a choice that happened. There was a choice during the manicure on whether or not we should hold our feelings back and just focus at the task at hand, or we should let our feelings go and just kind of like let it flow, if you will. In other words, like, reveal our true feelings to Seiji. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's tough because again, I was mentioning before, it's nice that this game has introduced the fact that we're only seeing this from Daichi's point of view, because the reason why simply is because it kind of replicates real life in terms of like relationships and such, and just like that type of thing, if you will. Like, how like most of us wouldn't ask directly to somebody, the one that we love, like whether or not they have feelings for us, because again, it's like there's a lot of risk to that, and also it's just in our own head for the most part. It's just way too direct, and it's just awkward all around. But and it's the same with this situation too, which is what I like about it, because it does ring true. It's like you're not going to ask directly because you're afraid someone's going to get hurt. It's going to be you or that person, the person you love. It's simple as that. And it's the same here. And then the thing that makes it difficult is that we don't know if Seiji has mutual feelings in regards to either him having feelings for Daichi or him not having feelings for Daichi, but just doing it for the sake of doing it because, you know, it's a life or death situation pretty much. And that was the choice we had at hand. And yeah, I guess I'm not going to say what choice I went with unless I already did by accident and whoops. But I'm going to keep that secret because it'd be nice to see the surprise if there is one. We'll see. Again, I'm pretty sure it's an important decision though. Anywho, Seiji left the room and I plopped down on the bed. Oh, I had to wipe my hands off. I reached out to the box of tissue and pulled out several, but stared at the mess on my hand for a bit. What did Google search for me? The hands off. Google, I don't need to know that. But I reached in the box of tissue, yeah, but stared at the mess on my hand a bit before I did anything. There's a sticky puddle of milk in my palm. The smell of Seiji's milk. It wasn't all that different from my own. I guess that's a no-brainer. I don't know what I've done if his smelled like a little rose because he's so attractive. I can't believe we did that. What we just done started to weigh on me. It was mutual at least, but the thing I detested most wasn't the guilt I felt, but the threat of my arousal returning. But I had to suck it up either way. And not just those feelings, but everything else along with them. Along with all the other stuff I wanted to scream and vomit up. I thoroughly wiped myself off with the tissues. The smell wouldn't go away until I could get in the shower, but it was something. They hadn't broken me yet. I still had my wits about me. I was determined to leave this place with Seiji right by my side. Not that I had any way of knowing whether we'd actually be able to pull it off. Oh yeah, 62 points. 4 tasks away. Maybe 4 tasks, but eventually the thing we knew was coming showed up on the list. I mean, I think we know. Like, the first couple tasks were teasing. This one was like a mutual teasing. But now I think it gets to the real stuff, if you know what I mean. None of us said a word. Was there to say? What was there to say? I could see that faint reflection of Seiji's face in the tablet screen. Concern, confusion, disgust, anger. I could empathize with all the emotions he cycled through. I felt the same way. My stomach wouldn't stop doing backflips. The idea was really unsettling. There's a third task? Okay, so task 1 is still there. Task 1 is still there. Same thing. Task B, or task 2. Subject B must be brought to stretulation through an anal analyzation course. Information course for college while wearing women's lingerie. Like I said, that was what we did before was one thing. This is the real thing. Subject A must stretulate through, that course involving analyzation, with subject B while strangling him. Oh boy. I mean, I feel like this is an easy choice. I think subject 3 is a no-no. In many ways, it's a no-no. And it makes me glad. I don't know. Based off the choices I made, I'm not sure. I hope we don't get task 3. I hope we actually get to choose, but someone told me that based off the choices I made before, the game's going to determine whether we choose task 2 or task 3. I don't think task 1 we're ever going to do, honestly. I legitimately think we're not going to be doing task 1, but I think for sure we're going to be doing task 2 or 3 this next time because yeah. And I think it's going to look at the choices I made, and we're going to see if we get 2 or 3. I hope we get 2 because I think 2 is the best option. Or 3, I think we're going to lose ourselves. When I say lose ourselves, I mean Daichi's going to lose himself. And he's going to be possibly being too rough, aka damaging Seiji's mind and his outlook onto Daichi, if that makes any sense. But anyways, that is it for this episode. Again, sorry for you guys on YouTube that it was shorter, but again, this game does involve a lot of stretching almost every episode, as because of this, obviously. But again, you can check it out for $1. $1 a month gives you full access to everything on Patreon, including old videos that were deleted that I can put up there thanks to, well, just Patreon itself. So that's nice. I could like just put videos up there for you guys that I had to delete before my channel got disappeared. Other than that though, I also have links to our social media sites down below, so if you want to check this out, also in the description box. And of course, follow me on Twitch if you haven't. We are going to stream tomorrow. The game plan was actually put this up video yesterday, but because of the circumstances with my grandfather, which he's fine by the way now, but it was a little scare, I had to delay that, and this is why the video is coming out tonight instead of last night. And the plan was to live stream tonight instead, but because of that, everything got pushed back today. So live stream will be coming tomorrow, as well as another video will be coming up to you guys tomorrow on YouTube. It'll be another episode of the Divine Speaker extended demo. Outside of that, I hope you awesome ones loved this episode. If you did, leave a like and share if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe down below and click that bell notification icon so you can be notified when the next episode comes up. And other than that, thank you all for watching. I'll see you later, okay? Love ya, and don't forget to stay awesome. Bye.